I'm going to cover the plot of Whorses 1, 2, and 3 right now. Ready, set, go. So we start off with our hero Whorses. Not long after, Dog enters, and he doesn't look like a Whorses, but he is a Whorses. Whorses then goes to the temple to solve mystery. Dog follows Whorses unknowing to Whorses and without his permission. After already traveling deep in the temple, Whorses then notice Dog has followed him all the way inside. Whorses has no choice but to let Dog tag around now. The two split up to attempt to solve a very confusing maze. Whorses makes it out, but Dog gets stuck. Dog then presses a button, opening a trap door and sending him down below on some ice. Luckily, he brought his ice skates. We are then introduced to one of our antagonists of the story, demonic Whorses. Dog calls Whorses for help, then Whorses teleports right over. Whorses uses his clutch tornado attack to send demonic flying away. All the XP then goes to Dog and he upgrades. They then find themselves on a dangerous bridge. They attempt to cross it, but about 1/4 of the way the bridge breaks and Dog falls through. Whorses tries to pull him up but fails. Dog now falls all the way to the ground with Whorses right behind him. The two now find themselves in a tribe of Chocolacas. Chocolacca then approaches Dog and tells him to follow him. Dog agrees and the two walk off screen. Whorses patiently waits for a bit before finally checking out where they went. He then walks over to find Dog upside down on a rotisserie stick above a fire. And there you go, that's the plot of the first Whorses.
Chocolacca.
Whew, alright. In the second part, we get some backstory to our heroes. It starts off with the two at only age 16. They live a pretty normal high school life. Whorses is attempting to put his moves on a female horse. So with the help of Dog, Whorses is successful, and the two end up married. We then cut to demonic Whorses at the same age. He is having a discussion with his father about why his dad doesn't love him. The dad then explains how it's because his b-ball game is weak, so Demonic challenges his dad to a game of b-ball. Demonic Whorses then wins the b-ball game, but then the dad reveals that the demons will now be after him. And then out of nowhere, the demons come and take the dad away. Demonic then swears to kill the demons at all costs, and then he goes to train. It now skips forward a little bit to Whorses at the age of 21. Dog and Whorses have a boys' night out. Whorses' wife, Buttercup, tells Whorses not to go too wild, and Whorses promises not to. The boys have around 18 beers or so before Whorses goes back to his wife. Buttercup then can tell Whorses went too wild, so she kicks him out of the house. Whorses ends up back at the bar with Dog, where Dog convinces Whorses to forget about his wife and follow his dreams, which is Broadway. They then try their hooves at Broadway and fail. Whorses then goes back to his wife, but before he does, Dog finds the love of his life and the two get married. Whorses then finally goes back to his wife and they make up. Meanwhile, Demonic Whorses goes into the temple and finds Chocolacca. Demonic asks Chocolacca if he'll help train, but Chocolacca sets a steep cash price. So Demonic trains for a while on his own and learns how to fly and shoot lasers out of his eye. He then goes searching people's houses for money. While only Buttercup is home, Demonic breaks into the house and demands money. Buttercup refuses to give him any, and so Demonic kills her. Whorses then finds out about his wife's death and then binge drinks for a while. Dog then finds out where Demonic is, so the two go to the temple, and that's where part 1 picks up. Whorses asks Chocolacca to cut down Dog from the rotisserie stick, and Chocolacca agrees to. Chocolacca goes to get his knife to cut down Dog, but when he comes back, he doesn't have a knife, but a gun! Chocolacca shoots Whorses and then puts him on a rotisserie stick as well. At the very end, for just a split second, you see Whorses' eye turn red, and that's where the second part ends. The movie picks up right where part 2 ends. Whorses and Dog have broken free from the rotisserie sticks they were on in the first part. With a red eye and some mysteriously gained strength, Whorses fights Chocolacca while Dog hides. Chocolacca sees how Whorses suddenly got a cape and gets scared by it and leaves for the time being. Dog goes over to congratulate Whorses, but Whorses tornadoes away a suddenly confused Dog. Chocolacca then yells at Demonic, saying he's banished out of the Chocolacca tribe and he has to leave and never return. Dog then falls in front of a depressed Whorses with a very low self-esteem named SW. Dog explains the events he just went through to SW, and then SW tells Dog that Whorses has turned demonic and the only way to stop him is to kill him. Dog at first is in denial, but after some arguing and discussion, Dog realizes that SW is right. SW also mentions how a Whorses turns demonic. When a Whorses is about to die and has no one left that they care about, a demon will appear and promise a horse great power to solve their problems. But now the Whorses has to do the demon's bidding forever. SW decides to help Dog train for a while. By the way, SW has no idea what his name stands for, but he knows it's an acronym for something. Meanwhile, Whorses, who is now evil, goes into a hospital to get treated for the wounds he acquired from his fight with Chocolacca. He then threatens the best doctor in town to heal him, so she does it and gives him a lollipoppy. Whorses then reveals that he's going to try to take over the world. He then demands the doctor joins him and becomes his personal doctor. The doctor has no choice but to agree and takes her lollipoppies with her. Whorses then finds a cave that he has chosen to be his base. Upon his request, the doctor then gives Whorses another Chocolacca. Upon his request, the doctor then gives Whorses another lollipoppy. It's then revealed that the doctor secretly intends to slowly push out the evil of Whorses with the power of lollipoppies. Meanwhile, Demonic announces that he has no choice but to go to the demon town and ask the demons for help. He then teleports there and we get a first look at the terrifying demons. Demonic Whorses is very sad and scared but pushes on. Demonic then approaches the demon lord Whore. Demonic explains how he has nothing going for him and asks for his father back. Whore refuses and explains how his dad was supposed to defend the b-ball court until the very end of time. So when Demonic beat his dad in a b-ball game, the demons had no choice but to take him. Demonic then explains how he needs help in reaching his goal. Whore explains how he gives everyone the same amount of power unless they have the legendary blue cape, the cape that Whorses has. Demonic then leaves empty-handed. A Mr. Demon then comes to talk to Whore and announces that he found the one with the legendary blue cape. The two demons teleport to the entrance of Whorses' base and spies on Whorses and the doctor. Whorses says to the doctor that he's going to destroy some buildings now. The doctor tries to stop him to enjoy some lollipoppies instead. Of course, Whorses denies and then destroys buildings. The doctor also leaves to pick up some more lollipoppies. The demons discuss the conversation they just witnessed. They decide that the nurse will be a problem and Whore gives Mr. Demon the job to kill the doctor. Demonic Whorses, knowing his options are limited, goes to Dog's house and tries to get on their good side and get some help. Dog's wife is home alone and at first she demands that Demonic leaves. But Demonic begs, so eventually Dog's wife gives in and invites Demonic for some tea. The two drink tea for a while. While the two drink tea, SW and Dog try to figure out what SW's name stands for. Whorses destroy some buildings, and the doctor goes out and buys some lollipoppies. Coming out of the store with a fresh supply of lollipoppies, Mr. Demon suddenly attacks the doctor. After an epic battle, the doctor wins, killing Mr. Demon. She then buys more lollipoppies and goes back to Whorses. The doctor then explains to Whorses how she got attacked, and Whorses then tells the doctor that she's not allowed to leave the base. A funeral is now held for Mr. Demon, and then Whore announces that he's not going to kill the doctor, but he's going to hit her where it hurts the most instead. Whore sends out all the Mr. Demons to track down the 3 prized demons and to bring them to Demon Town. The Mr. Demons quickly track down 2 of them. Dog and SW go back to training. Demonic and Dog's wife finally finish the tea and get to talking. Demonic decides to tell her his backstory in hopes that she'll trust him. He then explains how his dad was too busy playing b-ball to take care of him, how he had a school bully, how his only friend was his pet fish, Whiskers, and Demonic accidentally kills Whiskers in an attempt to feed him. Demonic is crushed by the loss of Whiskers and his dad shuns him for it. With nothing going right for him in his life, Demonic feels he has no choice but to kill himself. Whore then appears before him and promises to grant Demonic enough power to solve all his problems. Whore also pities Demonic, so Whore just gives Demonic the task of finding somewhere to fit in. Demonic accepts Whore's offer and Demonic gains Demonic power. He then kills his school bully and then pwns his dad at an epic game of b-ball. The story then gains the trust of Dog's wife, so she gives Demonic Dog's phone number. Whore suddenly appears and explains how he's gathering all the demons to take action. With some motivation of Dog's wife, Demonic refuses Whore. Whore then gets mad and takes away Demonic's power and kills Dog's wife. Dog then finishes his tea out of respect for Dog's wife. The demons finally find the 3rd prize demon and now all of them are gathered in the same spot in Demon Town. Whore announces to all the demons that they're going to rid the world of lollipoppies. All of the Mr. Demons are going to individually take each lollipoppy and the 3 prize demons are going to destroy the 3 lollipoppy factories. All of the demons take off besides one of the 3 prize demons. The demon asks Whore who his successor will be. Whore says he doesn't know and then the 2 leave. Demonic then calls Dog explaining how he's not demonic and how he needs help getting his father back from the demons, and then he tells Dog that his wife is dead. Dog doesn't take the news of his wife dying very well, so right after the phone call, Dog acts out and destroys SW's flower, aka his only prized possession. The 2 get in a fight. Dog quickly pins SW and then the 2 realize how strong Dog has become and decide it's time to fight Whorses. Dog says he needs to take a cold shower before he fights Whorses. So he takes a quick one and blow dries his fur for a quick second. Meanwhile, the demons are searching the world and taking away many lollipoppies. The 3 prized demons destroy the 3 lollipoppy factories. Lord Whore destroys the lollipoppy factory and the entire lollipoppy army all by himself. He then challenges the Lollipoppy King to a battle, ending the 8,000-year-long Demon and Lollipoppy Peace Treaty. In an epic battle, Whore just barely manages to take down the Lollipoppy King. Dog and SW then confront Whorses. Whorses realizes he has no choice but to fight. Whorses then tornadoes away SW and Doctor. Whorses explains how he doesn't want to kill Dog and was saving him for last. An epic battle commences. Whorses quickly gets the advantage and nearly kills Dog. Dog then upgrades again in his version 2 and the epic battle continues. Whorses ends up kicking Dog's ass again. Whorses is about to kill Dog, but then the Doctor blocks Whorses' attack and SW traps Whorses in a smoke cage. SW and the Doctor try to kill Whorses, but then Dog stops them and explains how he feels responsible and needs to kill Whorses himself. They then let Whorses free, and then Whorses starts attacking again. Whorses quickly gets frustrated with the situation and says he's going to kill them all with his final attack, the Death Laser. Whorses fires off his Death Laser, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, demonic Whorses jumps in front of the laser. He blocks the attack from the others and ends up taking all of the damage. The damage is fatal, and before he dies, he reveals his true name, Persephone. And then he gives a motivational speech about how the demons must be stopped. He then dies, becoming a martyr. When he dies, a picture falls out of his pocket, and Dog takes a look at it real quick. Dog explains how it's a picture of Persephone and his family before they were all evil and they were all happy. All of that moved Whorses so much so the evil left him and he became good again. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, Chocolocka slowly started to surround the Whorses. And out of nowhere, the Doctor is killed by a spear. The Whorses realize they have no chance to kill the entire Chocolocka army, so they try to talk it out. The Chocolocka say they don't want to talk and they're going to fight no matter what. The Chocolockas quickly take out Whorses and Dog. SW gets the sig knocked out of his mouth and goes fucking nuts. He then destroys the Chocolockas and saves Whorses and Dog. Dog then guesses that SW's name stands for Secret Weapon, and SW accepts that as its true meaning. The three of them attend Persephone and the Doctor's funeral, where they pay their respects. They all then discuss what they're going to do next. SW is going to become the president of the world, and Dog is going to become a potato farmer. At first, Whorses does not understand what he must do next. After some help from the other two, he then realizes what he must do, but keeps it a secret. The three of them ride off. Viewer then appears and announces that he has plans to kill all of the Whorses, and then the movie ends.